What if I told you Volkswagen just filed a trademark that could bring back one of the most beautiful names in automotive history, then turn it into something nobody saw coming? Not a coupe, not a convertible, full-size luxury SUV. Today, we're diving into the Karmann Ghia-R concept, the rumored flagship that enthusiasts and designers believe could reshape Volkswagen's entire lineup, and why this speculation has the car world buzzing. Let's be clear from the start. This is not an officially confirmed production vehicle. What we're covering today is a concept interpretation built from design trademark filings, fan renderings, and industry speculation about where Volkswagen's flagship strategy could go next. But the story behind why this idea even exists is fascinating on its own. The original Karmann Ghia, launched in 1955, was never about power. It was about elegance. A hand-built Italian body from Carrozzeria Ghia, wrapped around humble Beetle mechanicals. It wasn't fast, it wasn't practical, but it sold over 445,000 units because it made an affordable car feel like a luxury one. For 19 years, it was Volkswagen's answer to the question, what if beauty came standard? Now imagine that philosophy applied to today's most dominant segment, the Ghia, three-row luxury SUV. That's the concept fueling this speculation. Not a retro throwback stuffed into a boxy shape, but a complete reinterpretation. Flowing fastback roofline stretched over SUV proportions, frameless doors, a nearly seamless front fascia with a full-width light bar, and rear haunches that echo the original's iconic curves without copying them outright. Under this concept, the platform would likely borrow from Volkswagen's modular electric architecture, the same underpinnings, reportedly powering the ID lineup and shared across the group's premium electric SUVs. Speculated output, somewhere in the range of 550 to 600 horsepower from a dual motor setup. All-wheel drive is standard, and a battery pack large enough to target 400 plus kilometers of real-world range. None of these numbers are confirmed. They're educated projections based on what VW's current EV platform is already capable of in other models. Here's where it gets interesting. For the luxury SUV conversation specifically, if Volkswagen is even exploring this direction, it puts them on a collision course with Genesis GV80, BMW iX, and Mercedes EQS SUV, a segment where German and Korean automakers are already fighting hard for premium EV buyers. The Karmann Ghia badged flagship wouldn't just be another SUV, it would be Volkswagen borrowing emotional equity from its most beloved name to compete on desirability, not just spec sheets. Inside, the concept renderings show a cabin that leans hard into digital heritage. A blend of retro-inspired switchgear, analog-style dials rendered on OLED displays, and a minimalist dashboard free of the button clutter that's plagued VW's recent interiors. Sustainable materials, a panoramic glass roof, and ambient lighting inspired by the Ghia's original two-tone paint schemes round out the speculated cabin experience. Now, why would Volkswagen even consider something like this? Context matters. The brand has been under pressure, declining margins, crowded EV market, and a need to differentiate from cheaper Chinese competitors and its own MEB platform siblings. Reviving a beloved nameplate isn't just nostalgia marketing, but it's a proven playbook. Ford did it with the Bronco. Nissan's flirted with it through Z badging. Even Hyundai leaned into heritage with the Ioniq 5's N. Vision concept nods to the pony. A Karmann Ghia SUV would let VW tell an emotional story instead of just another spec sheet pitch. But there are real challenges with this idea, and it's worth being honest about them. First, badge dilution. Purists could see slapping the Ghia name on an SUV as a betrayal of what made the original special: its size, its simplicity, its two-door intimacy. Second, market timing. The EV SUV space is already saturated, and launching a heritage nameplate into a segment this competitive means the design alone has to do enormous work. And third, cost. A genuinely premium reinterpretation with this level of detail wouldn't be cheap, likely landing well north of $70,000. If VW ever greenlit something like this for production, So where does this speculation actually come from? A combination of trademark filings VW has renewed in recent years, design patent applications hinting at fastback SUV silhouettes, and a broader pattern of heritage nameplates returning across the industry. Nothing here is an official concept, car reveal, or a confirmed production. Timeline-wise, this is enthusiast and industry speculation connecting dots that Volkswagen itself hasn't confirmed. If this ever became real, though, the impact could be significant. It would give Volkswagen a genuine answer to Genesis and Mercedes in the premium SUV war, not through raw specs, but through a story no other automaker can tell. Nobody else has a Karmann Ghia in their back pocket. So here's the real question. Would you want to see Volkswagen actually build this? Or does turning the Ghia into an SUV betray everything that made it special in the first place? Drop your take in the comments. I read every one of them. If you want more speculative deep dives like this, subscribe because we're tracking every rumor, trademark filing, and design leak worth talking about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.